2022.eventbrite.com. I'm gonna say it one more time for the people.
Go ahead.
Community Law Fest 2022.eventbrite.com. That's the email, that's the address to register for the 15th annual Community Law Fest.
Let me tell you, I'm so proud of ourselves. So, right, Facebook listeners, we're up and moving. So we've been on for a good second,
we ain't starting we ain't starting no.
We were having a little technical difficulties, but we got it together, right?
Okay, and I'm glad, and I will repeat this one more time for our Facebook listeners. The 15th annual Community Law Fest and Resource Fair happening Saturday, November 12th from 9:30 to 3 p.m. at the Healthy Foundation of St. Pete. That's 2333 34th Street South. Big shouts out to the St. Petersburg NAACP, the Community Development and Training Center, 99 Jams, Florida Justice Center, FFRC, and Fred G. Menace Bar Association.
Right. So, I mean, we're looking forward to that. And for everybody that missed us, again, you're listening to Qiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
Right. So, thank y'all, Facebook listeners, for waiting on us and then coming in. That's all right. They know what I look like, right? So when we stepped into the studio today, whoever was here before us wanted to do something sexy. So we don't have the lifestyle we typically had.
They set the mood. They did set the mood.
They set the mood. They was like whining and dining.
Big shouts out to 99 Jams, Carafesta Radio. This is a community radio station, your community radio station. Once you start taking advantage of what we had off 99 Jams, The Bird, Carafesta Radio, this is your community radio station. Tune in and don't tap out.
Right. Okay. So this day in history, right?
Go for it. What happened?
I think you have some. I might have one. Okay. This day in history, 1970, Muhammad Ali returned back to the ring after 3 years. He was banned from the fighting. He was barred from fighting, right?
Yeah, because he wanted to go to the army.
He refused to go to the army, right? And so after 3 years of not fighting, this day he came back and got in the ring and beat Jerry.
Man, that's what's up. Okay, so also in this day in history, the first Continental Congress adjourned in Philadelphia. The Continental Congress was like the first Americans.
Okay.
I think.
You think?
Yubi, where you at, Yubi? What was the Continental Congress? Okay, 1825. The Erie Canal connected Lake Erie to the Hudson River. What you got? Come on now.
That's all I got for today.
Are you serious?
This day in history.
Man, there's a lot more happening in history today.
Well, let's say this. It's Scorpio season.
I'm not, and I thought I knew about horoscopes and zodiacs. I think I just only know about mine.
When your birthday?
May.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
You're the end of May then.
I'm the beginning.
The
end of May. You're right. But I'm the beginning of the Gemini season.
You are the beginning of Gemini season. When you said May, because Geminis go from May to June or whatever.
But I'm a little that cusp of whatever that old one was before Gemini. Taurus or Libra? Not Libra. No. Libras, but all my people though.
Yes.
Because
you got us over here.
Yeah, that's my people. For life, them been my people.
Because we good people.
Yeah.
But I mean, Geminis and Libras, we're air signs. So we kind of like go together. All together like
yeah.
So know what? It's what's on your mind Wednesday. Good morning, Sierra.
Hey, Sierra, what's up?
It's always good to see you.
I got something on my mind.
Go ahead, talk about it.
There's some upcoming events. We're gonna have a trunk or treat. Where we're gonna invite the family and friends out. Your cousins, your auntie, you know what I'm saying? And this is actually it's an election season thing, right? So you can join us for our party to the polls on October 29th, 10:30 a.m. to 3:30, and we will be at 1749th Street South. That's 1749th Street South.
Okay, so tell me about the trunk or treat. So
that's what this is.
So the kids get candy and the
adults can get some candy too, but we're gonna have some voter information. And if the early voting center is right across the road, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and vote in a big group. like as the people. You know what I'm saying? So once again, you can join us. You know, this is gonna be our party to the polls.
Okay.
And it's October 29th
from
10:30 to 3:30 p.m.
It's kind of like don't be scared to vote.
Similar, very similar. I wanted to run it back.
I mean, we could have, right?
What was the it's all good. Well,
but no. We have more years to come, right? So we can always do it another time. Another thing that is coming up is Boo Bay Inn, right? The
Boo Bay Inn.
Right. It's from
October
28th to the 31st, right? And it's a haunted house. It's right there in the hood.
What hood at?
Can we even call it the hood?
I was going to ask you, where's the hood
because, I mean, at this point, I don't even think St. Pete have hoods, right?
No, we have paradise.
Right, so this is true.
We have year-round paradise. Get used to it.
It's 15 rooms here.
What?
And then Tron Montgomery actually build this every year. Like, build all the rooms, all the attractions. Everything.
Man, big shouts out to Tron.
Right, and so if you're
good
looking
work,
for
my
something
brother.
to do for your kids is it's going to be 644 23rd Avenue South. All right.
We're going to post all these on the St. Pete calendar.
Right.
We're going to post the flyers so y'all can be hip. So go to Facebook and like the St. Pete calendar. Okay. St. Pete community calendar.
And then Brother John over here, even though he's not in the
Brother
building,
J.
You know, party to the polls, 1749th Street, he said, Saturday, 10:29. That's what Jabbar just said.
Don't worry about it. I get used to that. Put it back to the top of my email, Brother John.
No. So,
Brother John, put it back to the top of my email. I got another very special event, and we're just gonna talk about events right now because really, it's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
Health and Wellness Expo. Big shouts out to Saturday Morning Market, Renee Edwards, and her team. Saturday, November 5th. At Child's Park Rec Center.
That's next Saturday.
Yes.
That's my mama's birthday.
Happy early birthday, Mom.
Okay.
Yes. Saturday, November 5th. Health and Wellness Expo at Child's Park Rec Center. Get there and don't be late. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
So let's talk about the voters guide. Open the guide. Open your guide. You don't want to open it.
No, we was gonna handle this like after the 8 o'clock hour.
I mean, I don't know what else to do. So
nobody got nothing on their mind to talk about. Like you, like I don't know what else to do.
So
I mean, it's about communication.
So I ain't gonna really talk about this stuff here. I like her. I do. She good people. I like her too. She good people too.
Okay, so let's talk about the people I like, right? Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, the views that expressed is of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and not of 99 Jams. Okay, so I have been an advocate from the beginning for Dr. Keisha Benson.
Oh yeah.
I've definitely been an advocate for her. And I'm gonna tell you, she's one of the people also who has been doing the work. She hit the ground running. She came back to the city and really wanted to, make a change here. So she went away, did college, came back home with her family, her children. Her children are also in public school system, and she just saw the need to come in and step up, and she's been doing that, right? She was at the foundation, a Healthy St. Pete, and then I know that she had resigned when she decided to come and run for the school board member, District 3.
That's big. That's
right,
big.
and that's a countywide seat, so it's not your area per se. It's everybody in the county.
Okay,
is voting for
make
her.
that clear.
This is gonna be a uphill battle for her because it's not just our community that's voting for her. It's everybody.
See, this is the new Ask Qiana. We asking Qiana about the candidates. Y'all like that? We asking Qiana about the candidates, y'all. No, but seriously, Dr. Benson has been doing the work.
Right. And so yes, I'm definitely a big advocate for her. Now we said the voters guide, we're gonna drop some off at T's Barbershop.
Yes, Central Station Barbershop on Central. These are non-partisan voting guides. And so I know a lot of people don't know what to vote for, like these referendums. Right. There's several referendums on the St. Pete ballot.
Right.
And if you want to go through them, go to the back of the book because we can go through them Because if you don't understand a referendum item, just vote no. And the reason I tell people that is because when you leave it blank, what you open up is the opportunity for something you don't like to potentially pass.
This is true. And so, I mean, I like your concept when you say just vote no.
If you don't understand it, that's life. If you don't understand and somebody talking to you about something, just say no. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. And just put no.
One thing we do know is that they will put it back on the ballot.
Listen, they will put it back on the ballot. And maybe they'll do more education and getting more people to know about it. When more people just put no when they don't understand it. Because when you get to the back of your ballot, there's going to be Amendment 1, Amendment 2, Amendment 3. Then you got, wow.
It's a lot of amendments, right?
Then you have a charter amendment.
Uh-huh.
Right, so I'm going to try to go through these because I see this is very important.
It is very important. So what I'm going to suggest is that we don't go through it right now, right?
Okay.
And really educate myself, so then when we're talking about it, I'm not fumbling, you're not fumbling, and we're giving them the.
We only got a week.
That's okay.
People voting this morning. Well, if you don't understand, vote no.
Yeah, and they. Okay.
You see, people voting this morning.
They are, but they can go get the voter's guide.
Central Station Barbershop.
Right, and then we're going to be on here Friday.
We'll be here Friday.
Yeah, you act like we don't have another day on this radio show. I don't know.
But we might need 3 shows to do all these amendments.
And then, yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But
no, Friday we're gonna make it Amendment Day. Even though it's like Freestyle Friday, we'll make it all about the voter's guide on Friday. So I'm taking and y'all can hear me on this. I'm taking the initiative to actually go through all of this and then educate myself on the things that I'm not educated on. I do know a lot about the candidates, but I'm not so educated on all the amendments. I know a few of them, but I do want to make sure that I'm educated before I go in here and try to explain it to someone else. All right. I don't know about you, but that's where I'm at with it, Mr. Edmund.
Hey, and I'm with you. So please get your voter guide, y'all. And make informed votes. You know what I mean? No question marks. Be informed when you vote, and don't leave stuff blank. I think there needs to be a class to teach people how to fill out big ballots, right? Because some people, even when they was in school, they would Christmas tree big test. Right. I used to Christmas tree big test. So I know that's why I'm talking about it. And so, but this is so important. We cannot Christmas tree ballots. We have to make informed decisions. And we can't be leaving stuff blank.
Yeah, because this, I don't know if you got your mail-in ballot. This is really
a big ballot.
It's a big ballot, and it can be very intimidating.
It is, and that's why I felt the need to let people know some of this stuff you may not understand. Vote no. Put no. Don't play with them. That's don't play with them. I don't know what you're talking about. No. Oh, I don't know what this means. No. That way, they can put a better foot forward when they put this stuff out for the community to vote for. You know what I mean? If you want people to vote yes, you're going to inform them what to vote for. If you ain't going to inform them, vote no.
Yep. Evie say, especially for the judges, and Sierra say yes. Like, especially for your judges. Like, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, we can't Christmas tree this stuff, y'all.
No. I can't stress how important it is for you to know your judges, because I've seen the judges are missed more than anything else on the ballot. Yes. Because they don't campaign. They don't campaign.
They got rules to how they campaign, what they can say while they're campaigning. So a lot of judges really just stay low key and just hope y'all Christmas tree the ballot.
Right.
I mean, just be 1,000.
That's really
what? How else are they applying for votes? Have you ever talked to a judge? I have.
I have talked to some judges. I have.
But not a lot.
No. Mm-mm. But
I'm just saying, and this is very important because these people were sentencing our folks. Our folks get jammed up, and there's a habitual judge in the courtroom. That judge was voted in. Likely. Sometimes they're appointed. So it's a lot of different, hey, caller. But it's a lot of different ways judges are put in. And one of the ways is through election. So some of these judges have been elected for years and years and years. Caller, how you doing?
Not too bad. Good morning. Good morning. It's your brother John.
Hey,
Good
morning. Yo, brother, Council Member Muhammad. How you doing, my brother?
Not too bad. So just real quick, I hear talking about judges. I shared with something that I learned last night. Mm-hmm. So the judges are most of the judges that's on the ballot were appointed by Republican governors, right? Mm-hmm. And they said that if you vote no to retain, so here's the thing: if you think that the governor is going to be changing, so if you're confident that the governor is going to be changing, then you would vote no on retaining the judges, because whoever the new governor is would be appointing the new judges. But if so it is a way for you to to kind of think with that, and it helped me. Like, I ain't telling you to vote yes or no, but just know that if you vote no to retain those judges, whoever the new governor is will be appointing new judges. And so if you think that the governor it will be good at appointing judges and has a chance of winning, then that's how you vote based upon them judges. But I just wanted to drop that because I thought it was interesting last night when I learned that.
That is very interesting.
Oh yeah, that was on the Florida Rising voter card, right?
So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happened is the judges.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all get on with it. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace and light.
So you were saying?
And so judges are appointed. Right, by the governor, and then the people decide if we want to keep them.
Okay.
That's what I just heard, Brother Johnson.
That's what I just heard. And it's very important if you feel, because I don't know how you feel about the governor's race. How does the people feel out there listening to us?
So you want me to talk? I'm a little worried.
You worried about the governor race?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe because it's the home team. Like, I haven't seen like a whole lot of, DeSantis is everywhere. And I mean, personally, I don't think our state can handle another 4 years of DeSantis.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard that, but
that's me. Like, okay. I mean, how do you feel?
I mean, I'm thinking, doing the community work that I do, no matter who's elected governor, senator, congressman, state rep, or whatever, we got to work with these people. You know what I mean? This is just from like a advocate or organizer standpoint. No matter who walks in that office, you know what I'm saying? We got to have the audacity and the tenaciousness to go in and advocate for what we need for our communities. Because sometimes when a candidate is elected that we didn't support or didn't vote for, so our advocacy lays to the side and we don't necessarily engage the opposite side of the political spectrum.
But I want to say this. I think that we go in there looking at this administration, right? People who went in and went against everything he said. He really kind of like tried to flex his muscle.
Okay.
Disney took a stand, and then he was like, well, you know what? I got something for you. You know what I mean? Like,
he didn't say that. Yeah, that's a paraphrase.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did. But technically that's what he did. When he felt like people were being offended, right? White people were being offended by people of color or the indigenous.
Oh, the Don't Say Woke Act.
Right. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, it's the Don't Say Gay, and then it's the Stay Woke Act.
Right. No, not.
Yes, you got a Don't Stay Gay Don't Say Gay.
Right.
And then there is the Stay Woke.
No, he don't want you to stay woke.
No, I know.
Yeah, so yeah, he don't want you to stay woke, and he,
So it's too late. The people don't woke up.
I know, but he done made these
it's too late.
Pass the stuff in our state that that hinders people from learning.
But and I'm gonna say this, and this is just to flip the pancake over.
Okay, flip it.
The education system should not, and I repeat, should not be the only education our children are getting. So if they don't want to teach Black history or accurate American history, we need to set up things to teach them ourselves. There needs to be tutoring, after school programs, because there's more than one way to feed a cat.
The skin a cat?
Feed them. Feed the cats. We don't skin cats, and we don't kill birds. We feed the birds. So it's more than one way to feed two birds with one seed.
Oh, okay. This is Jabbar stuff, right? I agree with you on that. I homeschooled my daughter all.
That's all I'm saying, because I ain't scared the cat in my life, but I can do something different. And like you say, your daughter is brilliant.
Thank you.
She's a celebrity. See how good you did? And you weren't worried about what they was doing at public school.
No.
You weren't worried about the Stay Woke Act.
No, I wasn't. But I mean, that's a whole different, scenario. Now, listen, we're gonna join this conversation. I don't know if we really have an Ask Qiana. So if y'all have an Ask Qiana, throw that out there.
Do you have an Ask Qiana? You can inbox us, or you can put it in the comments of the show, or you can call in.
Because it's What's on Your Mind Wednesday. We talk about whatever's on your mind. It doesn't matter what it is. That we want to talk about it, right? Because that's what Wednesday's all about. So we're gonna go ahead and let Democracy Now.
Right. This is a community radio station. Right. 99 Gems, the bird.
So we're gonna let Democracy Now take over, and then we'll be back around 6 to 7 minutes. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Tune in.
Newman for that edition of Witness History. It was first broadcast in 2012.
This is the BBC World Service, and on this week's assignment,
it's the fastest warming place on Earth. Both wildlife and human life here are in a struggle to survive. I'm Nick Beak, reporting from Svalbard in the Arctic Circle, the place they call the ground zero of climate change.
Journeys to the heart of a story. Assignment, Thursday at 8 and 19 GMT. In half an hour, join Gareth Mitchell for Digital Planet.
In high-income countries, it takes just a few minutes' work to pay for a gigabyte of mobile broadband. In some lower-income countries, it takes over a week. We have new figures on the digital divide.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
It's 12 o'clock GMT. I'm Jackie Leonard. This is the newsroom from the BBC World Service. The French and German leaders are holding a summit in Paris amid growing strains in their relationship, fueled by the war in Ukraine.
Violence. Proud Boys mace protesters and journalists.
It is cancelled. The event is cancelled. Thank you.
Thank you. And with the midterms less than 2 weeks away, we go to Georgia to speak with Latasha Brown, co-founder of Black Voters Matter. All that and more coming up. Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. A Ukrainian official is warning Russian forces are preparing for, quote, the heaviest of battles in the strategic southern region of Kherson as Ukrainian troops continue their advance on the occupied area. Thousands of residents are still evacuating. On Tuesday, President Biden warned Russia against using nuclear or radioactive weapons in Ukraine following Moscow's unsupported allegation that Ukrainians could deploy a dirty bomb. The U.S., along with Kyiv and European allies, have rejected Russia's accusation.
Russia would be making an incredibly serious mistake if we're to use a tactical nuclear weapon. I'm not guaranteeing you that it's a false flag operation yet. We don't know. But it would be a serious, serious mistake.
The White House said Tuesday they have no evidence Russia is preparing to use such weapons. Meanwhile, Ukraine's nuclear energy operators said Russian forces occupying the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant could be, quote, preparing a terrorist act using nuclear materials and radioactive waste stored, unquote. The Congressional Progressive Caucus has withdrawn a letter to the White House just one day after sending it, which urged the Biden administration to pursue direct negotiations with Russia for a ceasefire in Ukraine. The letter, signed by 30 liberal lawmakers, sparked a swift backlash among a number of Democrats for undermining support for Ukraine and for fracturing the Democratic response to the war ahead of November's midterms, as some Republicans are calling into question how much the U.S. should be sending to Ukraine. Progressive Conservative Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal said in a statement Tuesday, quote, "The letter was drafted several months ago, but unfortunately was released by staff without vetting. The letter has been conflated with GOP opposition to support for the Ukrainians' just defense of their national sovereignty. As such, it is a distraction at this time," she said. A Russian court Tuesday rejected an appeal by WNBA basketball star Brittany Griner, upholding her 9-year sentence on drug smuggling charges. Griner was arrested in February when airport customs officials found a small amount of cannabis oil in her luggage. The ruling increases pressure on the Biden administration to free Griner through negotiations. According to CNN, Griner's attorneys say a prisoner exchange is likely her best option. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, John Fetterman and Mehmet Oz faced off Tuesday in their only debate in the race for U.S. Senate. The men sparred over abortion, the economy, and fracking. Fetterman also addressed his health as he recovers from a stroke last May. During a heated exchange over reproductive rights, Republican candidate Dr. Mehmet Oz offered this response on who should be involved in abortion decisions.
I want women, doctors, local political leaders, letting the democracy that's always allowed our nation to thrive, to put the best ideas forward so states can decide for themselves.
Here in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul squared off with Republican Congressmember Lee Zeldin in their only gubernatorial debate. Governor Hochul called out Zeldin's positions on abortion rights, gun control, and his support of Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election.
Basically heard Lee Zeldin say he would vote once again to overturn a presidential election. I think that's something everybody should know. And the fact that he sent text messages to the chief of staff of the White House to lay out the strategy on how to subvert public opinion and try to carve it into this idea that there's a big lie out there. And I think that's deeply troubling.
Ahead of Tuesday's New York debate, climate activists shut down traffic on Park Avenue as they called on Governor Hochul to tax the rich and pass a Green New Deal. Police arrested some of the activists who were protesting in front of BlackRock headquarters. In Washington, D.C., activists from the group Rise St. James held a funeral procession in memory of those who lost their lives to cancer and other illnesses that have been plaguing residents of St. James Parish, Louisiana, which has been dubbed Cancer Alley. The majority Black area has been deemed a so-called sacrifice zone and counts some 200 petrochemical plants over an 80-mile stretch of the Mississippi River from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. This is activist and Goldman Prize winner Sharon Levine speaking in front of the White House yesterday.
Cancer is taking over our lives in the river parishes, down Cancer Alley, and throughout the whole Gulf South. So we're asking President Biden to declare St. James Parish, Cancer Alley, to declare it.
Hello, we're back.
Welcome back.
This is
the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
And you're speaking with Qiana.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmund. How you doing?
Yes, and we brought to you by no other
than the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. CDAT. And thank y'all for helping us redefine what's cool. This is the New Image Project. And we must say, you are tuned in now to the new morning show on 99 Jams, The Bird, Carafesta Radio. We have a call-in number, and it's 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. Call in now.
Right, because it's what's on your mind.
What's on your mind?
Right, and so before the break, before we went in and let Democracy Now! Come in and talk about everything, we were talking about voting.
Yes, we were talking about voting. It's the upcoming election. Early voting has started.
Mm-hmm.
Get your vote on.
Yes.
Get your vote on. Get your vote on.
Because it's so important.
Get your vote on.
Determine a lot
Get your
in
vote
our
on.
community.
Yeah,
right?
you like that. Get your vote on.
Go,
get your vote on.
Go.
Yeah, go ahead and get out there and vote, man. We talking about the referendums.
Mm-hmm.
We got a voter guide that was by the League of Women Voters. Big shouts out to the voters of the league.
Right. And Emily is on there. They're inviting everybody to come out to the Cancer Awareness Gala Friday at 22 South Food Hall from 6 to 10 p.m. Admission is $50 and includes entry, and donations are welcome.
Emily, call in. The number is 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416.
And we have it tagged in on our Facebook.
Yes, it is on our Facebook. So make sure y'all come to the Cancer Awareness event this Friday at 22 South Food Hall. And that's 642 22nd Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida. Pull up.
Okay, so you know what's on my mind also?
What's on your mind?
And we're not gonna give it too much energy. So
I already know.
So we're not gonna do that. So
Go.
So Foot Locker.
Who is Foot Locker? The shoe store? Okay.
The shoe store, Foot Locker. They we're moving all their pairs of Yeezys off the sales floor.
God bless them. So when it's your store, you can sell what you want. If you don't want to sell Yee, you don't got to sell Yee.
No, Foot Locker's taking them off. So
I know they don't want to sell them.
So yeah,
it's an opportunity for somebody. My dog say, It ain't no opportunity for somebody.
And yeah, it is. And then Adidas is cutting ties.
With who?
With Kanye.
With Yee?
Yeah. He's losing more and more. How do you feel about it?
I think that we are experiencing or witnessing like a media lynching. You know what I mean? You know, back in the days, a black man would do something wrong. They would say he raped somebody, robbed somebody, or whatever they say he did. They would string him up in front of the town center so everybody can see. Y'all probably seen them pictures where the kids was taking pictures under the black man hanging. If you ever noticed, the black man had on a nice suit and he was hanging dead. It was called public lynching. I think this is like a media public lynching.
So do you think he deserve it?
I mean, I'm not a judge. And I ain't gonna sit here and try to judge that guy or anything else. But what I will say is it feels like to me, you know, he's been strung up on a light pole in the middle of the city.
But don't you think, so do you think that he caused this himself?
I can't say that because it feels like a lynching. So I'm not even sure what he did. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the judge or the jury. We shouldn't be either. You know what I mean? Because it feels like swift justice. You know, he said it, then boom, 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 boom.
So is it really swift justice?
I mean, I'm just saying that's how they.
No, let's think about it like this. So I get where you're coming at. Yeezy or Kanye, which you know, has been doing stuff throughout his career.
Yes.
No. And you know,
I get what you're saying.
So is it really that swift, or is it like, okay, enough is enough? Because think about it.
I hear you.
You started out, and when you look at Kanye, you know what I mean? And then where he started and where he's now, his platform is totally different. Like, you know, when he first started, he was still outspoken, right?
Yeah, very outspoken.
Always been outspoken, not afraid to say whatever's on his mind, which is amazing, right?
Yeah.
But also when that happens, sometimes that hurts you.
Yeah.
It's the good and the bad that comes along with that. Right. And so, you know, when he stepped on the stage and took Taylor Swift, you know,
said Beyonce,
you know, she should have.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot.
You know, everybody was upset with him then, and you know, they didn't want to deal with him. But
was they canceling him?
They tried, you know what I mean?
I don't think he's never been canceled like this before.
Because I think this one, it touched a lot of different people. You know what I mean? It wasn't just it affected everybody.
Yeah, I hear that. I actually tried to watch the interview. I wasn't able to. So that's why I want to reserve my thoughts and opinions until I'm able to watch it. But I haven't even been able to watch none of them.
Originally, it wasn't the interview.
It was a tweet or something.
No, he had a whole fashion show.
Oh no, this is a whole different thing.
No, I'm just saying. Oh, you're talking about Jewish, but see,
it's a different thing.
It's about the Jewish, right? I don't know what he said about them either, but I do know
about the fashion show with Candace Owens
and everything else. But I mean, honestly, if he has a plan, I hope maybe he has a plan and then execute out the way that he wanted to. It doesn't look like this is what he wanted because anybody that makes money want to continue to make money.
Okay.
Is the objective is to make money, right?
I think that is
it. So I mean, we'll just have to see.
I'm pretty sure he gets some kind of severance package. You know what I'm saying? And them contracts be tricky. You can't just up and abrupt. I mean, never know.
I don't know. I've never had one of those contracts.
Never. It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. We working on it. Okay. We in the back room right now. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I've never had one of those. So I can't say.
So moving on to another celebrity with less media, Brittany Garner from the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
She had her appeal court and she lost.
So they're
free Brittany, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Brittany. I don't hear enough people talking about it. Yeezy West is taking up all the air, and it's really a humanitarian issue going on.
So it's really sad.
She got 9 years for a vape cartridge,
right? And they're
I might get life for what I just.
But they're upholding that, and
that's wrong.
Listening to Democracy Now, they just said her best chance of freedom is
a prisoner swap.
It's a prisoner.
And they do prisoner swap, so I'm learning more about the prisoner swap game. America lock people up, and then the other countries lock people up, and they usually do like prisoner swap.
So this is a testament on our conversation on Sunday about the women's basketball. Remember,
about the money, and then
about the money
and the fame,
right? And so here you go, because if this would have been LeBron James,
he would have been out already.
He would have probably been out already.
I don't think they would have locked LeBron up.
Probably wouldn't, but this is so when we talk about the pay, this is why you can tell the difference. Even though you didn't agree, I understood.
No, I don't agree because I understand that these are all under the same umbrella, and they're not two separate companies. It's one big company,
but
and
everybody don't get paid the same.
And then you shouldn't, but there should be equity. You know what I'm saying? It should be equity.
But I think they have equity. But
I don't know. No, it's not equitable. Not with $100 million contract versus $100,000 contract. No, there is no equity in that. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what,
but I understand.
So let me say this:
if it was two different groups, if it was Big Three with Ice Cube versus the NBA,
okay,
I understand the pay difference then. But when you're talking about the WNBA versus the NBA, this is all one big company.
So no. So let's paint this picture, right? And I had
we talked about this on Sunday on Power Plug
2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So let's paint this picture and join in. Please let us know what you think. I thought about this afterwards, right? Okay. There are women that enjoy sports, right?
Yes, it is.
But it's more men that enjoy sports.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Hold on.
Caller, please hold.
I can finish my comment in a little bit. Hey, caller.
Hey, what's up? What's going on this morning?
Good morning.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing this morning, man?
Blessed by the best. How about you?
Go ahead.
Man, just basically, y'all know what it is up there, like Greta Petty, man. I just want to say, man, it's make sure y'all get to the cancer thing Friday for Miss Emily. 22nd South Food Hall gonna have something going down all weekend. We're coming with the Scorpio comedy, Harlem Nights theme bash this Saturday. All Scorpios in free. $15 admission. Hit me up. Look on my post. It's going down, man. Goop, me and Barack Ahmed, man. We got the band on Cardiac, Venice Blue, saxophonists in the building. Man, it's like Granny Penny, man. It's gonna be a nice weekend at 22nd South Food Hall, man. Casino, man. Y'all know how we get down, man.
I have a question.
People, please come out this weekend. It's going down. Gotta be dressed to impress. And if you're a Scorpio, ID will be, of course, got to show your ID to let you know that's your birthday if you want to get in free. Other than that, it's $15.
Okay, I'm not a Scorpio. Can I still get in free?
Qiana, come on, man. Say less. So you ain't gotta pull your rent card on the radio. You already got my number perfect. So we ain't gotta pull all that. Cause then you got everybody else talking about, hey, I heard Qiana did that.
Damn.
Everybody ain't got the Qiana pass.
Damn, I want to ask you something about Brittany Garner in that's locked up in Russia. She got locked up. She had a vape pen. She got caught with a vape pen, and then she got sentenced to 9 years in prison. 9 years. The WNBA star. She like the LeBron James of the WNBA. Have you heard about her?
Yeah, I heard about it, but you know all this Kanye thing is drowning out the process.
That's what I said.
And one thing I say about the Brittany Griner situation, that what they really doing is waiting for the midterms to go by. They don't want the Democrats to have no win. So after the midterms and all the elections go by, I think they're gonna make that prison swap, and she's gonna be up out of there.
I ain't heard that, boy. That's real competition.
It's politics. More politics in that, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Kanye situation, how everybody, but that man knew what he was doing. He gonna get all this. They got to get him severance pay for all those contracts he was in, so he ain't gonna be broke. He might not be able to sell nothing like that in the meantime. But the one thing about it, he can go in business for himself. Now he ain't under contract with nobody, and that's the only thing he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Just get out of them contracts, because he felt like as long as he under the contract, that's like you having a record deal, but you still got the distributor and all the people who own the rights to how you want to do your music. It ain't nothing like self-owned. So all he really trying to do, he doing that. He playing the game against them, but he could self-own his own stuff and make his own money and cut out the middleman. Why take 75% when you go 100% and you the main one pushing the brand? This is the reason they buying.
I like it, but I mean, not only is he pissing off the people who he signed the contracts with, he's pissing off the people who buying his product.
Listen, every post yesterday. Every post yesterday.
He definitely pissing off the black folks, because it's like what he was saying, like slavery was a choice. But you got to look at the aspect of slavery. We need to talk about how slavery was. There's a lot of people that bought slavery.
It was. So let's talk about
what? How you gonna just throw it was in there and then just? You can't do that.
No. So I'm gonna say that. Not saying that it was a choice, right? It wasn't a choice. But when I say that, I understood what. So Kanye's one of the people. I used to say this about him. Like, he speak and he needs a translator. He used to need to listen. No.
Well, how would you translate
that? Let me
that?
tell you, when you sat down and he did it, because I watched the interview of him afterward, and he was saying it was so many more slaves than it was slave owners, right? And so what he was, and he was saying that if they didn't want, they could have bucked the system anyway.
But see, they were. So that's what, and I was
telling. And I agree with you.
It was revolts. They called them the slave revolts.
I was not agreeing with Kanye. So nobody tweet.
The biggest one in history.
You gotta look at it like this. You know how you was a kid back in the day, and your mama tell you don't do something, and you kept bucking. As soon as she hit you with that whip on your back, bah, you got in line.
You got in line.
So,
you're right.
There was a lot of people back in the day. Hey, you say you a buck, but that whip is powerful. You know what I mean? A lot of people went through it and bucked. Some people didn't buck. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, a lot of people's families were getting killed, and a lot of stuff was happening for the people that did, but it was a lot of consequences behind it. So a lot of people didn't want to take their family and do that wasn't have enough courage to do what they did. So by him saying it was a choice, that's what I felt like from my perspective. Don't get me wrong, nobody mad at me. I'm just saying from my perspective, that's what I think he was coming at.
That's what he was coming from. When he explained
like
it
it's
later.
A choice. Like you could choose. You just either gonna deal with the consequences, or you gonna just settle for, you know what I'm saying, and not deal with it. So
that's just like society. It's more people than police.
Well, you know what?
But people stay in line, don't
they? Do because
that's just how society works.
So here, you gotta come in one day and sit down and chat with us. I'm gonna go ahead and release this phone call because maybe somebody else might be calling.
All right, Dan, thanks for calling in.
Talking to you and
all right. Y'all remember Friday, Saturday, Manhattan Casino get
the Harlem Night.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. Make sure y'all get to the.
I love y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, love you back.
So we're gonna continue on with the announcements. The St. Petersburg NAACP is having its 15th annual Law Fest and Resource Fair in honor of Mama T. Lassiter. Yes, Saturday, November 12th at the Foundation for Healthy St. Pete, 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's the address is 2333 34th Street South, St. Petersburg, Florida.
All right.
The Law Fest, y'all. So if you need some law help, if you need, to talk to an attorney, free consultation will be at the Law Fest and other resources. They're going to have 211, the Foundation for Health of St. Pete, FFRC, Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, Florida Justice Center. 99 Jams will be there. Big shouts out to Community Development and Training Center and the NAACP St. Pete chapter.
Mm-hmm. So you see how, you did that, but you see how Kanye West about him.
He need to come to the Law Fest and come see a lawyer because they say he's gonna get sued.
Yeah, but he got billions. He don't need no free lawyers. He let him pay somebody. Okay, but you see how Kanye West has overshadowed like the Brittany Garner.
Yeah, a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff probably done happened yesterday that we didn't get to see because of this. So you got to be careful.
It's who
don't fall into the rabbit hole. That's all. Don't, because that's what yesterday.
It's whatever shines the brightest, right? Let's call it. It's whatever shines the brightest takes the center stage, good or bad.
Whatever.
It don't matter. You can have two people that die, and then whoever is the bigger name will overshadow the other person.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got a caller.
We got a caller calling in. Caller, how you doing? Thank you for calling Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Who got on the line?
This is UB. How y'all doing?
Hey,
what's up, man?
Hop on in, UB. We were looking for you earlier, too.
I just want to clear one thing up. So it's a difference between a contract and an endorsement. An endorsement would be like, I want Brother Jabbar to brand my stuff, and I'm going to pay him to put it. So that's what he's losing. He's losing his endorsement.
Yeah.
So that right there is that you being the spokesperson for my clothes or my whatever I got, my cars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he owns his stuff, but he just losing his endorsements like Tiger Woods. But just like he lost them, he can get them back.
Yeah, good stuff.
And the other thing is, Brittany Griner, she has been in the news, but the thing about it is we can't ignore the fact that, hey, this lady broke the law. When you go to them countries, this is the law.
Mm-hmm.
But slavery was a law. You get what I'm saying? We couldn't read. That was a law, and they was killing people for teaching us to read. So every law ain't just. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The law ain't. The punishment might not be just, but she did break the law. So to sit here and pretend that she didn't break the law. Now, what I will say, the reason why those women don't get the equal pay, if you want them to get equal pay, support the WNBA. Support this. Because the reason why they don't pay them, because they say they don't generate enough money. They don't generate as much as the NBA. The men do. Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, this is what I said. And Jabbar wanted to rebuttal me, and I asked him.
I got a rebuttal for him too, but I ain't gonna do it. He on the phone, but I got one.
I asked him to name me 2 WNBA players, and he couldn't name not one. Right. And so, I mean, it's
if you paid them more, we'll probably know their name. You just said the shiny thing.
No.
You just said the shiny thing. If she would have got $100 million contract, we would have known her name.
No. If people show up to the WNBA game, we will
Correct.
know her name. People don't. Go ahead, Yubi.
Yeah, that's what. So if we support it more, so if you support it more and it generate more money, then it's worth more value. If it's worth more value, then of course they're going to get her because it's worth more value. Now, it's 2 things you got to look at. 1, she broke the law, but 2, you're a gay woman in a foreign country. It may be accepted over here, but it's not accepted over there. So, you got to be careful where you go. And I made this mistake going in Mexico, thinking that I could do something that I do in America that I can't do over there. And when I got to, they let me know that too. Hey, you can't do that over here.
You got to respect the laws of the land.
Yeah, you got to.
I didn't know it was a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a problem.
Yeah, I think that's what Brittany got caught up in, though. I think that's exactly what she got caught up in. She was in a foreign land.
It was a mistake.
And wasn't moving right. You know what I'm saying? But that don't justify them giving that girl 9 years for a vape cartridge.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Bob, they got something for that. Ignorance is no excuse for the law.
Yes, sir.
Don't mean I can get away with a murder charge. I didn't know we couldn't kill people over here. What?
Yeah, correct. You got to do
I mean,
due
we got to be
diligence.
aware of that before it be another pattern or another mistake, another pattern, another mistake, another pattern, another mistake. Hey, when you in these people countries, it ain't I can do what I want to do. I got to do what they say do.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they country. Your mama always say, mind your manners. You ain't home.
Yeah.
When you in somebody else's house, you got to follow their rules, and if you don't like their rules, then you don't go to their house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Correct. You got to move
But
like that.
What I'm saying is correct. So I think after elections and that out, I do think they'll come up with a prisoner trade because listen, we got one of their prisoners. They won't. We got one, but they saying she ain't worth the trade.
Yeah. For the swap.
Yeah, they saying she ain't worth it. You know what I mean? They got a prisoner over here that was the first one that the Russians asked for. Hey, we'll let her go, no problem. Give us him. Like, no, this is who kills people. Is you crazy?
Oh,
His name
yeah.
Dr. Death. Is you crazy? We can't trade a basketball star for a killer.
Right.
But that's just my little comment there. But he Kanye, like I said, he just endorsements, and we do gotta respect. Just like when you go to other states, you gotta respect the rules in other states. You gotta respect the rules in other countries. So we can't ignore that she did do something wrong.
Yeah.
We just can't sit there and act like, oh, just because we got respect for her, we love her. And if we want her to get free, we gotta support the WNBA. We gotta support it.
We do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna. Well, here I'll let you go, Yui. Hold on.
Thanks for calling in, man.
You know, we do need to support the WNBA,
I hear that.
but let me tell you, the reality of it is that we live in a sexist society. I don't care how we want to twist it, what you want to do it. Most people don't want to,
So the WNBA womanizing?
Well, listen, just think about this. Like when you're looking at sports, like, so I don't want to offend anybody, right? But when you're looking at, most people don't find attractive like masculine women going down the court playing basketball. No, I mean this ain't a Qiana thing.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I see where you're going.
When you're looking at it,
It ain't gonna be a highly watched sport.
Even when they tried baseball to switch the women baseball players over there, one of the big things is that they were too masculine and they had to make them more feminine. This ain't nothing I made.
I didn't know. I didn't hear about that though, Qiana.
You didn't watch the women baseball league?
When that happened?
Okay.
When that was? What it was, a WNBL?
Never mind. Okay. But this ain't what I made up. This is just reality. Like, you have to call a spade a spade. So when you're looking at it, people have to want to see it, have some attraction to it.
Correct.
And so because, guys, y'all sports people, mostly. And so beating up, seeing all that other stuff, women like to see attractive men out there. And then you don't get that same for women.
So women boxing. Like the black girl who just got all 4 belts, 5 belts.
Right. But again, you look at the women boxers compared to the men boxers. They still don't get paid the same.
I know
this is the thing, this is the reality of it.
But that's how they rocking. That's what you see. That's what they doing. They stand true to form.
I mean, it does, because this is
They're not.
It doesn't matter how much
they're not deviating from the script.
No, it doesn't matter how much we want to change things. The make of humans is the make of humans. I mean, we can fight.
Like you say, man, support that league and they'll get more money. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying?
It's not simple. It's a little more complex than that.
It's not complex. If the WNBA, I mean, it's so simple, dog. She got headshots for you. You see what I'm saying? Real deal headshots for you early in the morning. Name 2 of them. And because we can't name 2 of them, like it's a legit reason.
That's not my league. I can't name 2 soccer players, and it's the biggest league in the world.
But
see what I'm saying?
But a lot of people can though, and a lot of people can't name W. You right. You right.
I can't speak.
I understand that. I understand that.
And soccer, the biggest.
But you're part of the majority though. The majority of the people, i.e., myself.
Name a soccer player.
We're not talking about
that's
soccer.
What I'm just saying. I'm just comparing it to a league where you don't know these people.
Yeah. Okay, but how the most popular sport in the world versus ignored sport?
Who are you?
It's ignored.
Say your name. You tell the people you.
What do people know who me? The people know who me is. What's up, y'all, man? It's your brother Reno Moore in the building.
She got headshots.
It's what happened when you listen to your show.
No, but you can't.
I'm a listener too.
Oh, so
I'm a fan too. Go ahead,
I'm
you.
going to tell you is that you can't. We're not talking about soccer, right? At this point, and then, but they have compared. They said the same thing about soccer.
Yeah.
But I still stand by the same statement that I have. The men's soccer teams sell out more than female. Men's sports sell out more than female sports.
James Brown, it's a man's world.
There's nothing that we can change about. Like, these are facts. These are not opinions.
Those are not. That's not opinion. That's fact.
That's a fact. So we can't change that. Our feelings on it is that they should, but like I always tell you, feelings are not facts.
Feelings ain't facts.
They change with the wind as it blows. Right? Today
like
I
grandma
don't like
panties.
you. Tomorrow I have forgiven you. Right? But the facts is that we cannot change it. The facts is that the WNBA makes not as much as the NBA. We can't change those
let's
facts.
bring in something to the conversation. She knew that it was a country that was real tough on marijuana laws, dog.
Did she know that?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's been stated by her. Hold on now. That's what they're saying. And she just took a vape pen over there. She knew that the country was tough on marijuana. So she took a vape pen instead of, you know what I'm saying, like trying to get regular marijuana in there.
Yeah.
And so when she tried the Euro step, they blocked, as Europeans, that step. For real, man.
And I have to say, on the other side of the pancake, I have to agree with you, B, is that we gotta respect the lens of the law.
The law of the land. Yeah, you have to. You can't protest everything. You can, but you might not get that much. You see what I'm saying? So you might want to take your time and energy somewhere else. And we don't want no woman.
We got to free Britney, man.
We got to free everybody, but then we got to free people who ain't doing the crime. We can't be freeing people who did the crime.
She is a political.
She ain't a political prison. She ain't a political prison. We're trying to make her that. She's someone who visited the country for sports. But you can't come. You can't come to South Brazil. You can't come to South Brazil with Colombian code. They're gonna arrest you. And so when you come in with a pen of it, right? Because you're protesting, right? Then they bam you. Now they say other countries' prisons are far worse than American prisons. And so you went over there. It wasn't even in the Carlos case. It wasn't an ignorance of the law, right? You knew that it was tough on crime. That's what they said. That's why she chose to take a vape pen. You see what I'm saying? She could have took bud. People be taking bud to Colombia. People be taking bud on these trips to Mexico. No different than they get bud in prisons. They do it. And guess what? The crimes in that country ain't that tough from them smuggling in the little weed joint on their vacation.
And unfortunately, even though we want her freedom, I mean, just like
we want her freedom.
We want her, but
I want political prisons free, man.
We want them free too.
You know what I'm saying? You over there getting you over there banning people in their country by I almost ain't stunning you. It's like somebody who going to jail for something petty. You see what I'm saying? And then they get banned on some 10 years or something. Like, yeah, that's messed up, man. Man, I ain't stunning you on that right there because it's so much bigger stuff to be dealing with, man. Because you're a WNBA player. Now we're gonna catapult the seriousness. I ain't stunning you in that right there. You got caught with a vape pen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you want me to care about you in your situation. Yeah, you got caught with a stem, took it to trial and lost. Right. I don't care about you in your 10-year sentence. You got caught with a stem. You took the stem to trial. We're gonna laugh at you on these streets. You took a stem charge to trial. And so she took a vape pen trial, you know what I'm saying, a trial in a whole other country that's real tough. And then when they get tough on you, we got to battle cry you on that right there. No, you're dumb behind.
Well, so okay, let's flip it like this. No. Okay, let's paint it like this.
Flip it.
Not flip it, but I'm finna paint it for you right here because I mean we want her to come home because we think over here in America that is very tough. But again, we're not in the country. Yeah. So if you decide, right, to get a truck, right? You driving the truck and you decide to take stuff from California all the way to Florida. You're taking the risk. You know that if you get caught, there's a possibility that you're going to prison. But you take that risk. And then I can't sit up there and be like, free him and I may want you to, but you did the crime.
Y'all right. We got an Elmo, y'all.
Hey, man.
They don't like it
because I want to segue because there was a big news article about a bus from California to Florida.
Oh man, is still buses going on around here?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they say it was like 1,800 pounds.
Oh, yeah, that article
and a whole bunch of other stuff.
How much these dispensaries get shipped to? How much?
They probably got 1 million pounds in the dispensary.
1 million pounds in the dispensary. Hey man, I sit with that.
Who got?
I like that Prano fact.
It was like a ring or something.
And it was just, I mean, at the end of the day, it's real sad to see us as in people getting jammed up
but
for marijuana laws.
But hold on, they the laws. See, flip that same thing you just said.
No, Brandon. We have a situation where we have sat around for over 25, 30 years and sold weed inside houses. Okay. And to get this entire industry stolen from us. You have to understand that as a native people of this country, we are taught in a story that people who were native, they're not telling us that it's us, right? They say the native people showed pilgrims everything. For the pilgrims to sell tobacco and then put one of us in front of the stores as an Indian chief to sell tobacco, as we are the people who showed them that industry. I'm just kind of painting a picture because we get done this all the time. This ain't just done with the weed industry and you calling it dispensaries now. It's just really sad to watch.
It's two dispensaries down the road from the police station.
Wait, hold on. Facebook, you just say that's always been Americans' problems, worried about other country laws of their lands.
Ooh. So, but now we talking about American laws now. We talking about weed.
Bad laws too, man. It's bad. It's really bad to see that, to know that black people have been literally kept out of the marijuana industry in the state of Florida. I'm not going to use the whole country for an example. In the state of Florida, they said that no black grower.
One black grower.
Just recently, we got one black grower approved, right? But we have no black dispensaries. So we had weed traps that was criminalized for over 30 years and was used as data points to serve as a means to show how you can legalize something because there's money to be made in it. You know what I'm saying? And for us to watch us as people get kicked out of an entire industry that we created. Like, it was blood, sweat, and tears into weed traps. You see what I'm saying? And it was a lot of time given in weed traps. And for that to be a reverse engineered and turned into the marijuana medical industry.
Yeah.
And then now we have legal dispensaries. So now we have a situation where a black police chief is using, you know what I'm saying, our resources to take black men off the streets, as these same black men are being denied access into an industry that they created. Like, the blasphemy of this right here is so redunculous, as a little kid told me a couple years ago. That's redunculous. I said, oh my God, you right, Jitterbug. That is redunculous. You know what I mean? But it's a slap in the face to have two marijuana traps down the street from the police station in St. Petersburg, Florida. You see what I'm saying? We have two marijuana traps, legal marijuana traps down the sidewalk, not even down the street. Literally, the old Club Kemet. Ray Tampa had that club. These are split. One club has been split into two marijuana traps legally. And at the same time, the same black police chief is arresting black men on the streets for selling marijuana.
They bunking. So here, So let me say this.
They bunking.
We're not gonna. So let's say this. We're not gonna blame the black police.
It's a system.
No, we're not, because you keep on saying
you
we're
know,
not.
You know what?
No, we're not gonna blame the black police chief for it, because we can't be mad at him for doing his job. Right? The law is the law, and
they just said that. I like how y'all flipped it. Britain, when is it Britain and Russia? It's the law. It's the law. But
we can change laws over here. We can't change law. We're a part of these laws over here.
We can change the world. It ain't nothing we can't change.
Real fact.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, caller. Give us 1 second. But what I'm gonna say, we're not gonna just blame the black police chief.
Respect.
Because he has laws that he has to follow, right? And unfortunately, he may not like it, but he signed up for a job and he still has to do it. And until the people get out there and vote and change those laws, he still has to follow his job program.
It's a little more difficult than that right there. Caller, let's go ahead.
Go, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
This Miss Davis.
Hey, Miss Davis.
Okay, so I'm finna change, because Reno know me and him can go back and forth all day. But I'm finna change y'all perspective on this whole ordeal. Okay, so when you're saying black people have done this for years in the trap, in houses, whatever, okay, but there's only one person that I see out here grinding and making themselves a grower.
That's how I grew up too. Hey, that's how I grew up too.
How come we haven't thought in a business mind? Because that's what all white people do, is take our ideas and put it in a business mind and basically be our own growers. Go buy some land, get put some people on and buy some land and do it that way.
And see,
it's some rules though. It's some rules, but it's some rules. It's some rules.
And it's real. It's deeper than that too, though. You know what I mean? Because like we had our grandparents had this thing called the numbers game. You know what I'm saying? Little thing out of Harlem. You know what I mean? Now the numbers games employed thousands of black people. But once the white mob found that it was a lot of money to be made, right? In the numbers games, they stopped calling it the black petty game. And then they entered the game. And in the 1980s, they called it lotto. And then here it is in 2022. Neither one of us know 20 people that work for the lotto. But before lotto was called lotto and it was called the numbers game, it was employing thousands of us. Weed traps employed thousands of black people. And it's yet another industry like the tobacco industry, like the watermelon industry. Remember, we were selling more waters than everybody after slavery. And then they made all these pictures and everything to get us out of the industry. Remember, two black dudes invented cars, and then they outsourced them in industries. So when we get to the root of, when we get to the origins of a lot of these things that we're dealing with and supporting freely with our dollars, we don't know the origin of it. Was started with us until we were criminalized. And so we have to Sankofa for a lot of these things and look at the moves that have been done on us, because these aren't new moves. You see what I'm saying? I can't just keep doing the same moves to you. I'm going to come back. Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but you're going back on time. This is new age and era. We got to come together, join forces, do our thing, and get our business mind together, because there's plenty of people with business mind ideas that can get together, and the stuff that we have been doing for years, we can create a business out of it, do it ourselves, and create our own industry. We don't have to resort to their industry.
Hey, you're right. You know, your brother Reno says it all the time, man. It's really sad when we watch our people create industries and then beg for jobs to work into them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I will give you an African proverb. Go ahead, Sharon.
It's competition everywhere. It's Burger King, McDonald's, it's Wendy's, it's Pizza Hut, Long John, what do you call it?
Papa John's.
Yeah, Long John.
With that being said, just because they put it in the industry out there doesn't mean we can't do it either.
Yeah, but when you criminalize the state of Florida and then deny black people the access to even doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more to it than just saying that we're not in industries. Like that's almost blasphemous to our people, because we're very intelligent, right? We're super intelligent. And when we get kicked out,
how do we know we'll be denied if we haven't tried?
Because you have to say COVID.
So listen, thank you for calling.
Thanks, caller.
All day. I appreciate it.
And love y'all support too.
Yes. Thank y'all so much. We love you. Hey, but listen, this is the real deal truth. We do have to, Voltron up and kick some of these industries down. It needs to be growers. It needs to be manufacturers. It needs to be trimmers.
Carla Briscoe says black people are still running numbers in the Grand Cayman, right? And she also says there have always been barriers if your skin isn't like mine.
Hey, y'all, and understand the importance of Sankofa. When you type in on Google Sankofa, Sankofa, it is an African proverb that's in the image of Sankofa is a bird fetching an egg off its back, because before that bird can fly to its future, it must revisit its past. And so this is taught to us too. That's why when we were in school, we were taught Pearl Harbor, never forget. Right. It was as a country, we were supposed to never forget what happened to us, so we could always re-energize ourselves and stay focused on fighting all these people around the world. Right. Our children are being told 9/11, never forget. You see what I'm saying? Because you should never forget what happened to us, during 9/11. Right. But when we bring up slavery, they say, oh, that's a long time ago. That had nothing to do with us. Understand your African proverb. You have to revisit your past in order for you to fly to a clear future. Because if you don't know what happened in the past, you will repeat it in the future.
And you know what? We're going to end that right there. Right? I like that. That was a good segment. So we have an Ask Qiana.
Ooh.
Ask you.
I got it right here.
Okay, let's go. And
Dear Qiana.
Okay.
What is that? I know this shit. Dear Qiana. Should we treat people the way we want to be treated, or should we treat them the way they want to be treated?
So I'm going to say we were always taught to treat people how you want to be treated.
Treat them like you want to be treated.
Okay, so yeah, but you're going to let me finish without cutting me off.
Go, Q.
But I'm going to say you treat people how they want to be treated. Okay. A lot of times, because...
What if I don't treat people like that?
What you mean?
I'm just saying, you say treat people how they want to be treated.
Right.
But what if I don't treat people like that?
Then don't treat them at all.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's easy. And so
don't treat them at all.
No, because when you do stuff for people, you want it to be for what they like, right? If I like flowers. And so, like, if I like flowers and you like alcohol and you keep bringing me alcohol, I don't drink it.
What if I'm allergic to flowers?
No. I'm just no. But listen,
Has somebody deliver it.
What if I have a bad allergic?
But she don't even drink though. Is the point though? You finna Euro step what she's saying? Though?
Right. Yeah,
give her a feel.
You're
really just hold it for me. Since you don't drink, I'm gonna give you the feel and just put it up at your house. I get it cup by cup.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna give me what you like, and I don't like it, it's not a gift for me.
It's not.
You know what I mean? When you look at your 5 love languages, if my love language is physical touch, and then you keep on bringing me gifts, and I'm like, I don't want the gifts. I just want to hold your hand. The gifts is not for me. It's for you. It makes you feel good. It don't make me feel good. You know what I mean? So you give people what they want. And once you know and love people, then you want to make them happy. And not just you, because if you love somebody, right, or you respect other people, you want them to be their best versions of themselves.
If
right?
you love someone, you just don't treat them bad.
What are we doing? Is this karaoke? I thought karaoke was
karaoke re at 22 sides, baby.
But yeah, so it's really like a respect thing when you look at it, and a lot of and we were taught like treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? And I get that, but at the end of the day,
We just hope you don't want to be treated like crap, because if that's the case, then you know what I'm saying. But to a point, man, come on, man. Is it a golden rule? Is that what they call it, the golden rule? You know what I'm saying? Do unto others as you have them do unto you. You know what I mean? Like that's treating people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? But I think do unto others as they have them do unto is more so reciprocity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm big on reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? Because I treat people like somebody got mad at me because like you treat me the way you treat everybody else. You know what I'm saying? One of my homies.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I do. Because I treat everybody the way I want them to treat me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm putting out, I don't mind it coming back to me, because again, that's how I want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you trying to say that, if you try to downgrade it as in like, you know what I'm saying, you my friend and we right here talking and stuff, and then I'm treating you the way I treat, I treat everyone the same because I want the same love back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't treat Qiana different than I treat Prano. I think I do though.
Yeah, no.
But also to this, y'all, no single person, just to add for the fun and kicks a game, no person gets the same version of us.
No.
That's what they say.
But they shouldn't. And let me tell you why. It's because some spaces is just for your partner. It's intimate spaces nobody else should share but the person that you want to spend your life with.
True.
Right? The version that you give your parents is not going to be the version that you give your friends out in the street.
True.
The version that you give your bosses is not you're going to give the people that you hang out with.
It's not the same guy.
It's not the same person, right?
Oh no!
Look, when you talking cute, I seen him over there cooking.
I
seen him.
I'm fighting with this.
That's why I started agreeing. Yeah, I agree with you. Look, I see him over there cooking his face up.
No, it's because some people. So when you look at this, right, we say we have associates, we have friends, we have family, right? So you already put them in different categories.
Already.
So
Your boss, you don't treat the same as the person that's up under you that you supervising.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's your boss. Same difference. You can be the same.
I manage up.
The man manage up, man. Y'all need to learn that style too, man. We learned about 2 years ago, man. It's been a beautiful thing. Learn how to manage up. If you don't know how to manage up in your job, holler at us on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page inbox, man. We'll give you a little. We'll get
you right quick.
Tell them to sit in it. Tell them to sit in it.
Yeah, you gotta sit in that one. Just sit in it.
Yeah.
Look, Qiana again.
No, I'm reading the comments over here.
Go, Q. What the comments say, man?
Facebook user, I don't know who this is. Only thing that could from good is good. So treat people good.
Hey, man, laws of attraction, man. What you throw out gonna come back.
Right.
Yeah.
It also say during the broadcast, you can support our work by sending us stars, a digital gift that helps us generate revenue.
Hey.
Send us a star, 200, 400, 500,000.
Okay,
and
okay.
they only a centerpiece. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with treat people how they want to be treated.
I smell that. I feel that. That's good stuff.
Man, because you got to think about it. It's the ultimate level of respect to treat you how I want you to treat you.
But
you know what I'm saying? I treat you, you know what I'm saying, like accordingly. Like my brother is a king. So I literally deal with my brother in the manner of a king. I give a major respect everywhere we go. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he's earned that. And he should be treated that way everywhere we go at. And guess what? I feel the same way about myself. So you know what I'm saying? You know, it's love. It's love though.
Hello, caller. Introduce yourself. Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
How you doing?
Yes, I'm not calling to be on the air. It's Don J. Just reminding you to stay the laptop at 9 o'clock when you guys get.
Hey man, we on air with Dr. J, man. But guess what? We got him off the air, and appreciate Dr. J calling in. You know what I'm saying? Just laying the ground rules down for the next setting. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. When you understand the laws of attraction, though, and I'm real big on that because there's a documentary behind it, but there's also a book, obviously. It's called The Secret.
Oh, yeah, The Secret.
Now, The Secret is a powerful thing, y'all. And understand this, because as I woke up, I understood that a lot of stuff that was already being taught was our stuff. But it's just not identified as our stuff because we don't know where it come from. People ain't saying that, hey, we stole this from ancient Egypt. We stole this from ancient Kemet. No, that's not how it goes, right? So as I was learning The Secret, I was like, oh, man, it's a lot of our ancient teachings. And so I really dove into it like for hours. I'm in Orlando, Q, at a salon, and they go to Secret Book. I'm from a documentary where I was selling healthcare, just watching it all the time. I grabbed the book now. Oh, man, the physical copy. First page, circa 3000 BC. All right. Here's the secret, right? It's a powerful thing. Circa 3000 BC. That's AKA y'all ancestors, y'all. They're citing their source. This comes from 3000 BC. That is y'all people. And so the ancient secrets that these people are running a lot of stuff off of is literally stuff from y'all people. But you got to think about it. That's what Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider was all about. It was people going into y'all temples. The sad part about the way we get taught our history with the boat ride is we don't even identify pyramids as our temples. You see what I'm saying? That's big facts, y'all.
Big facts. Big shots out to Sister Naira going over the.
Big shots out to my sister, man.
Back to back, man.
Big shots out to my brother David too, man. Brother David is also learning the ancient Kemet, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. It's such a beautiful thing when you learn what we were doing before Control Alt Delete. You know what I'm saying? When you learn.
Yeah, you're right. So we're gonna have Control Alt Delete for today.
You talking about
well.
Well.
We're at the end of the show.
I
enjoyed everybody here. Reno, what's your final thoughts?
Hey man, final thoughts, man. We don't let me bring it back. Final thoughts, man. Dope people do dope things, man. So stay high for life.
So my final thought is the 15th annual Community Law Fest and Resource Fair happening Saturday, November 12th, 9:30 to 3 p.m. at the Healthy Foundation, 2333 34th Street South. Make sure y'all come. Big shout out to Menace Bar Association, NAACP, the Community Development and Training Center.
See that.
For help putting this on. This is in honor of Mama T. Lassiter. Rest in power.
That's real, man. That's real, man.
All right. My final thoughts: be the change you want to be. Write down those 5 things. Appreciate life. Right? Smell the roses. Take time and give somebody a hug who did something good for you. You know what I mean? Tell somebody thank you. Give somebody a smile. You never know how that may affect their life. You know what I mean? Their day. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Give somebody a compliment. That's all.
Smell the roses.
Carla say in Brother John voice, land the plane.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was So that was. She said when I said, "Well, let's."
Oh yeah, you dropped it.
That's landing the plane.
That came in right after.
We went right into landing the plane too. As soon as she said, "Well."
Right. So that was my land the plane.
That's real now.
Yeah. I said what? I repeated you. Alt delete whatever.
Yeah.
All right. But
Peace the ancient way, y'all.
This is Qiana.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmund.
It's your brother Reno Moore.
And this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
WUJL.
Peace and light.
That was you.
They have decided that all they needed to do is we've got to try to peel off the black voters to find a black face that can actually support and stand for a white agenda that would actually divide the vote in Georgia. We have seen in a recent month, which was very disheartening to me,